Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing a GeForce RTX 3070 in Cyberpunk 2077 version 2.0 in the Phantom Liberty DLC, more specifically in Dogtown, which is the new most intensive area. This 3070 is the EVGA XC3 Ultra version of the card. We are running it with the latest Nvidia drivers as usual, and I'm not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs right here in Tech Power-Ups. GPU 0 resizable bar is also enabled. And over on the left, we're pairing it with the i5 13600K, overclocked to 5.5 GHz, and 32 GB of DDR5 RAM, 6000 MHz in dual channel. Let's get into it, shall we? Alright, we're here, my friends. The game is looking fantastic as usual, and let's go over the settings. First, I'm playing at 1080p resolution. We're also going to test 1440p and 4K, and we're using the high settings preset without FSR enabled and without these options right here: motion blur, depth of field, and chromatic aberration. I'm also going to disable film grain this time around, and everything else is set to the preset. Now, the first thing that we need to do is find a car and then find Bob. Where is Bob in this beautiful new Dogtown area of the map, my friends? We need to find out, of course, and restore the balance in the universe by killing him like 100 times in this video. Oh, I'm hearing a lot of shots right now. Should we join in? Oh no, there's just... oh boy, okay. They might start attacking me if I stay there. Also, they got a car. Can we actually get that one? Wait. We need to know, my friends. We need to know. Come on, get in. Yes, there we go. Weaponized vehicle. They didn't even notice. Great stuff. Finally, we got our car that we are gonna kill Bob with. And now the only thing left to do is find Bob, of course. Let's drive around here for a little bit. It's actually my first time experiencing Dogtown, by the way. Well, I stood here once at night and during the daytime to see if the FPS would differ, and it seems like you get like 5 more FPS during the nighttime. That's why I'm testing during the day, okay? Because it's slightly more intensive apparently. Also, GPU utilization is not stuck at 99% the entire time, which might indicate a slight CPU bottleneck, which is crazy with the 13600K overclocked. But hey, this is where we stand. This DLC is super CPU intensive, and you need quite the beefy CPU to run it with smooth FPS. Right now it's getting like 60 plus the entire time. 1% lows are actually at 60 FPS, and well, 3070 seems to be plenty enough to run this game absolutely fine. And that's to be expected because the base game already ran pretty well with this GPU. Oh boy, that's a nice statue right there. Okay, so Bob, are you somewhere around here? What is that guy doing there? Alright, I think I'm gonna stop it right there. We still haven't found the freaking Bob, but we'll get there, my friends. I'm gonna enable quality DLSS now, increase the sharpness a little bit to like 50%, because at 1080p you need that sharpness. And, okay, so apparently we weren't really CPU bound because the CPU is capable of achieving 100 plus frames per second most of the time. It's still GPU bound. Alright, now dropping into like the... Okay, high 70s% usage on the 3070 there, sometimes dropping into the 80s. So what we're seeing here is the limits of the 13600K overclocked to 5.5 GHz in this particular title, but thing is, GPU is still mostly maxed out. It's just gonna be in a few areas where it becomes CPU bound, I guess. Yeah, look at that, CPU bound still. But the thing is, that was an autosave, by the way. That's why there's a little bit like that sometimes. It's saving the game. Well, that wasn't an autosave, I think, and that wasn't either. But again, the thing is, even though DLSS isn't really delivering many more FPS, the image that it produces, you know, it actually is really good looking compared to native resolution. It cleans up the image a little bit, where at native resolution it was a little bit noisy because of the TAA that they utilize in this game. Yeah, this is DLSS 3.5 as well, so it's the latest version and it looks really awesome even at 1080p. So I think I would actually utilize it here. Also, when I stop the car, the FPS jump up by a little bit. The smoke effects don't look particularly good with DLSS enabled though. That's the only area of the image that I think looks worse than native resolution, but any other area of the image looks pretty good, actually. Very close to native, if not slightly better, because it gets rid of the noisy effects, especially on top of the car right now. You can notice that. Yeah, see that? I'm gonna select quality DLSS, and it's a little bit less pronounced, you know. Anyway, it's time to test 2560 by 1440 resolution using the same settings, native res at the moment. I disabled DLSS, and alright, it's still hanging in there very well, above 60 FPS, but I think it might actually drop a little bit, guys. Okay. Oh boy, that looks like a bob over there. Okay, oh, wait, we should definitely go up there. That seems like an interesting place. We can probably take a look at the entire city from above. It might be intensive. Again, I'm just exploring here for the first time around Dogtown. I just played about like 2 hours of the mission to get to this place. And yeah, now it's time for us to enjoy the visuals and the performance of the 3070. So it is dropping a little bit. Did you see that? 59 FPS. Okay. Well, it's not really a major deal, though. It's only dropping slightly from 60 frames. And here, looking at the city from above, it doesn't really drop too much, so it's all right. I think I could definitely play like this without an issue. Oh, come on, dude. Actually, during the missions that I was playing through, I played at 1440p high preset without DLSS or FSR, and it did drop sometimes from 60 FPS, especially when all of this was on fire after an event. I'm not going to say anything else, so I don't spoil any part of the gameplay to you guys. But in that part, using these settings, it actually dropped to like 55 frames per second, which wasn't really that big of a deal, you know. Enabling some quality DLSS would definitely make it above 60 all of the time. And again, if DLSS looked good at 1080p, of course at 1440p it's gonna look even better. Let's go inside. Also, VRAM usage is going up by quite a bit, as you can see, guys. Alright, so this seems like a Bob area, you know? Are you Bob's friend? Yes, he probably is Bob's friend. What is that position, dude? The ragdoll was insane. Okay, wow, that actually looks pretty sick, doesn't it, guys? I'm gonna grab this car and get the heck out of here. It's gonna be a faster one than the previous car, so it should drop our FPS slightly more. Yeah, 58 FPS right there. Doesn't really feel too smooth, you know. There are some little frame time spikes here and there, which you can notice. So, quality DLSS to the rescue. I'm gonna start counting the frames. I don't think... Was this here before? No, it wasn't. It actually flipped on camera. Okay, interesting. Anyway, over here, now with DLSS quality, it's definitely the way to play this, guys. Because it is looking pretty much the same as native resolution, if not slightly better, because again, it gets rid of the noise. And instead of seeing like 60, low 60s and high 50s in this particular area right here, we are seeing 70s and 80s. That is a totally different experience. Oh! Is that you, Bob? I think I found the bastard. There we go. All right, goodbye, Bob. Good stuff. I knew it. I knew we'd find the bastard. Okay, yeah, nobody's... Are you, Bob? No. No, that was definitely... What is happening here? Are you feeling all right, buddy? Oh, boy, I don't have a healing anymore. Damn it. Oh, hello there, kind sir. How's it going? Just gonna go ahead, go to my car, I guess. Yes, that's definitely what we should do. Where's my car? Where is my... I don't care. I don't care. Let's go inside of this one. Maybe it has some... Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay. We got a little machine gun thingy on top of the car. It's not a machine gun thingy. It's me with the revolver. Okay, maybe I should put the ammo counter on screen again, because I disabled it, so it looks cleaner for videos and stuff. Oh boy, okay, alright. That were some weird physics going on there. So, if you're playing at 1440p resolution and you want 60 plus FPS 100% of the time, these are the settings for you. It still looks great. No need to use like ultra settings or ray tracing to make the game look pretty. Of course, we'll get there in just a little bit, but I really feel like you should would play on high settings with quality DLSS. Lastly, for the high settings, we're testing it at 4K resolution, native once again. Oh, whoa, 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 just chill, buddy, just chill. So obviously it is way more difficult to run this at 4K resolution. Oh, they're fighting the guy on the motorcycle, that's pretty weird. Yeah, it's way more difficult to run this at 4K resolution than it is at 1440p, and if it was dropping from 60 FPS at 1440, that means that it will actually drop from 30 frames per second every once in a while at 4K. Well, I guess in most areas it's actually gonna stay above 30 frames per second all of the time, and if you want to cap the FPS to 30 and play with these awesome visuals, it's gonna be possible, especially if you overclock the card a little bit, you know, that's probably a good idea to achieve 30 flat all of the time. Otherwise, it might dip down into the 20s like this, 29 over there, every once in a while. Oh my god, so many bad guys over here. Still playing the game though, even with 30-ish frames per second. Doesn't feel great by any means, especially compared to the other experiences that we've had, but I've had worse. Come on, gosh, can I go to the toilet, please? Just a little break, toilet break? No? Okay, this is way too much for me to handle. Let's use some quality DLSS. Here we have it, much smoother experience in the 50s, but it's still not 50 or 60 plus all of the time, of course. So it's still a little bit rough, guys. Ooh, can I grab your weapon, please? Can I grab your weapon, please? Thank you very much. I'm gonna die, am I not? Please heal yourself, thank you. All right, start counting our FPS. Jesus Christ. Dude. Oh, boy. Hello. This is a nice weapon, I love it. Okay, explosions and stuff. Whoa. What a huge benchmark this is, my friends, compared to the previous ones that we've had in this channel. Holy crap. Let's see what's going on around here. Hi. How's it going? That's some nice hair, buddy. I wish I had your hair as well. But no, I'm stuck with this crap over here. I gotta cut my hair as well, guys. It's too long already. Get your fresh... sounds like something Bob would say. But no, we already killed Bob, I believe. Anyway, this is a way better experience with pretty much the same visuals as native resolution, but it's not 60 plus FPS all of the time, so we want to use some balanced DLSS instead, and now it is actually at 60 plus, but we need a car! Jesus! What the heck? We need a car! Come on! Do not go away! Do not go away! Alright, whoa, never mind. I just spotted some way better cars over here. I'm gonna use this one. Don't mind me, this is my car. Actually, this is the car that we usually use in Cyberpunk videos, isn't it? Oh yes, that's perfect. So, can we average 60 FPS? It's definitely not gonna be 60 plus 100% of the time, because it already is in the 50s. Yeah, okay. I don't think it's gonna get even 60 FPS on average if we keep on driving, because as I told you, driving in this game just kills the FPS. It's super intensive. Oh boy, no! No! It's supposed to only kill your FPS, not your game! Come on! We're back here. I guess we... So sorry. That's a nice blue color on your car, by the way. I like it very much. Oh, now I actually helped the motorcycle guy, but he's still gonna die. Huh. Interesting. That was the fight of the century, my friends. Amazing. Oh, what are you doing? Oh my god, dude, seriously. Come on. How can I not call this Cyberbug? What is that? Oh, that's so nice. Okay. Anyway, guys, you already know the results with balanced DLSS. It drops from 60 FPS quite often while driving, especially fast cars. Oh boy. Cyberbug. Stop! No, you guys! It's your fault! It's your fault that this happened! Are you kidding me? Are you actually serious? Oh, we're gonna die. Well, not yet. We're gonna die unless I set it to performance DLSS. No, I don't want 16 FPS. Come on. It's still loading, okay? That's why we're getting very low frames. Now we're in the 20s. Like, what happened? Oh, there we go. Finally, it applied performance DLSS. Hopefully this time around... Oh, wait a second. Bob! Where is Bob? I don't know. He ran away too fast. I couldn't even see the guy. Oh, damn it. Okay, I'm gonna start counting the FPS right now. Performance DLSS is still looking really good. You can tell that it's a little bit softer than native resolution, but actually, it's so good looking. It kind of looks like balanced DLSS in the previous version or whatever. Remember, this is DLSS 3.5. It looks awesome, even on performance. And I'm using a 42-inch monitor, guys. At 42 inches, I can't really tell much of a difference comparing this to balanced and balanced to quality. Now, yeah, okay, so on the side of the roads, sometimes I can see that there is a little bit of shimmering that wasn't present previously at balanced DLSS or quality. At least I didn't really notice that. But considering the performance that we get and the visuals that we get, I think this is totally worth utilizing if you are at 4K resolution. So it's safe to play this game at high settings, 4K, using performance DLSS. It's gonna be a smooth experience for the most part, whenever it's not really having some micro stuttering issues. Okay, we're back to 1080p resolution now with the Ultra settings preset. I'm just gonna disable FSR here, as well as these settings and motion blur, and that's it. Okay, so on Ultra settings, I'm only gonna test it at 1080p and 1440p resolutions, because at 4K high, it already dropped from 30 frames per second, and we had to use it on performance to achieve 60 flat, and I really feel like if you are on a 4K panel with this card, you should stick to those settings, performance DLSS and high settings preset. It's also gonna look very similar to Ultra anyways, and it's gonna look fantastic. Now at 1080p, there was clearly a little bit of headroom left if you're looking for a 60 FPS experience, and well, even on Ultra settings, I don't think it has dropped from 60 FPS yet. The 1% lows are at 50, of course, again, because the frame time is a little bit all over the place, and it's not a flat frame time graph, but still, by locking the FPS to 60, you will achieve those 60 flat all of the time and a flat frame time graph, which won't really introduce any micro stuttering into your game. So it's going to be a buttery smooth experience, just like we experienced at 4K performance DLSS and locked FPS at the same time. Now, in worst case scenarios, maybe with like a ton of explosions and fire effects going on, also maybe we should kill Bob to showcase that actually. It could possibly drop into the like low 60s and maybe high 50s. Goodbye, Bob. I don't know why Bob changed his gender this time. Maybe to hide himself from me. You know, I wouldn't be expecting that, but yeah, he definitely is Bob. You know, it's still Bob under there, or she is Bob. It's still performing very well though. Look at this. Jesus. All right, explosions, 70s. It's not as intensive as just driving a car around with nobody shooting at you. It's very interesting, isn't it? Oh, I need healing. Oh, hello, dude. Hello. Just give me your gun, please. I need it. Hey. We died. I'm sorry. It's the first time we died, though, so it's gonna be fine. Okay, now let's enable quality DLSS, and it's looking very good still, guys. Okay, I mean, again, it gets rid of some of the noise that was present in the image previously, and it might look even slightly better than it did at Ultra settings, and we are into the 100s. Obviously, in that little road back there, it is definitely gonna drop, but I mean, it's pretty impressive, isn't it? It's Ultra settings with basically native resolution quality settings here, and it's providing 100 FPS on average so far. It's probably gonna drop a little bit though. Yep, okay, so 90s. GPU utilization is starting to fluctuate slightly there, so Ultra settings could also be a little bit more CPU intensive as well, but most of the time we're still GPU bound. Again, I would enable that DLSS. It's not really needed, and if you don't like upscaling, well, sure, go ahead, play at native resolution, but if you don't mind using upscaling, and you actually share the same opinion as I do, and that is, it does look slightly better here with this version of DLSS. Go for it. Hi, this guy's just chilling here, playing some VR games. Hi. Oh boy, I didn't want to shoot you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. No, this is Bob with his freaking chair. Yes, it is. It is Bob. Okay, I'm so sorry, other person. Holy crap. She's still smiling for the camera, so she's fine. But this is Bob. Goodbye, the real Bob. All right, guys. Holy crap. Okay, now we got a lot of NPCs on screen once again. Explosion. Yeah, it feels buttery smooth, all right? There is no problem whatsoever. If you don't want RT and you still want the best visuals you can get without RT, well, this is it. Ultra settings is gonna be buttery smooth. So 2560 by 1440 is now the res. No DLSS is being utilized, and it already dropped from 60 FPS previously while driving around on high settings and 1440p native. So, of course, at Ultra, it will drop even when not driving around. Where is my car? Where did it go? Where did I leave it? Oh, probably at Bob's. Okay. Totally forgot about that. It's still playable, by the way. Even though it's dropping from 60 FPS, we're now getting 50. It still feels smooth, especially after seeing the 30 FPS experience at 4K high, you know. This is pretty decent. Maybe we should go inside of there and take a look without people shooting at us. Now no one can stop us, my friend. We got a huge... What do you want? She's asking, please. Please what? What is that position? Does she want something kinky? I don't know. Anyway, let's keep on going. 52 FPS minimum so far. This isn't even the most intensive road, as you know already. But it's still playable if you're not really looking for that 60 FPS experience 100% of the time and you just want like 60 on average instead. It's probably possible to have it, especially if you don't spend a lot of time driving. But obviously we all know that DLSS quality is where it shines, and enabling that makes the game look fantastic still on ultra settings. And it's now getting 70 FPS average. It's probably gonna drop though. It's not dropping more. 62? I guess this is gonna be a 60 FPS plus experience all of the time. Maybe it will drop in some scenarios. Again, in that mission where all of this town is on fire, it's probably gonna drop a bit into the 50s. But it's gonna be once every like hour or so. I don't know how many times you come across a very intensive scenario like that one, but yeah, it didn't really take too long either in that situation, in that mission, so it wouldn't really bother me at all to play like this, guys. It is not dropping. You could actually lock it to 60, and we got 69 on average at the end of it. That's perfect. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better average than 69. Alright, but that's enough rasterization, okay? Say you don't really like the graphics on high or ultra. You don't like performance, you know? Because this is terrible right now. It's a slideshow. But what you really want is ray tracing. So we're back to 1080p resolution using the ray tracing ultra preset. I just disabled all of these settings as well as motion blur, and this is it. The Ray Tracing Medium preset, which is the step-down preset value from the Ray Tracing Ultra, doesn't enable ray trace reflections, and, well, that's like a huge part of RT, probably the biggest part of RT. So Ray Tracing Ultra it is. It's a little bit better now. It has loaded everything and it's getting 20, so it's a cinematic experience, you could say, and it does look quite good, although pretty noisy at times, because we don't really have the ray reconstruction feature, unfortunately, outside of Ray Tracing Overdrive. That's just kind of dumb to me, you know, because Overdrive is only going to be playable on 4090 and like 4080. Anyway, let's start counting our FPS. Oh, that was a huge stop. Also, we're VRAM maxed out completely. Okay, that's probably why it had that huge stop there. And even though I'm still driving around, you can clearly tell that it's a terrible experience, so I'm just gonna stop it there. Okay, let's try it with quality DLSS. All right, and that smooths out things considerably. Okay, instead of getting like lower 20s, we're getting lower 30s and high 20s at times. And over here, it's way better actually. That is kind of insane. Now the thing is, with ray tracing and DLSS at the same time, without the ray reconstruction stuff. Also, there's a bit of ghosting on the back of the car sometimes in some angles. But yeah, without the ray reconstruction, the reflections look like crap, basically, okay? It's pretty bad, and you should probably not utilize this, honestly, unless you just don't care at all about low-quality reflections from ray tracing, which... If you are using ray tracing, you care about ray reflections and the quality of them. But yeah, I'm gonna showcase this little puddle once again. Yeah, that's even blurrier than it was before. Actually, when I'm moving around, it unblurs slightly, but when I stop, it gets super blurry. Goodbye, sir. No. Stop it. Stop. Gosh. So hard with 30 FPS, dude. If you have a 3070, definitely don't use RT. It's just not worth it. Let's use like performance. Yeah, it's still not enough to get even 50 frames per second, although it's gonna be at 30 plus all of the time this time around. Oh boy. But is it enough to kill Bob and his friends? Let's go. Friend of Bob number 1 killed. Bob, goodbye, sir. Not nice to meet you at all, but nice that you're gone this time. Anyway, Ray Tracing Overdrive is path tracing. It is an experimental feature, and they actually do recommend like a 4070 Ti or RTX 3090. You can see that on the right there, to have playable FPS. So I'm not expecting anything great whatsoever. I'm just gonna restart as well to fully apply things. All right, guys, so this is it. We're in single digits with the RTX 3070. Holy moly, is this intensive, right? Damn, crazy stuff. Over here, reflections are looking great, of course. This is still native resolution. Let's see the top of the car as well in the windows. Yeah, that looks really good, actually. And the lighting as well, the ambient occlusion, you can tell a little bit of a difference here. Looking at this car, for example, under the car, it looks... Actually, it looks insane. But the thing is so demanding that it's only going to be playable with super high-end GPUs, with frame generation enabled as well, and a lot of VRAM at the same time. Now, let's enable the DLSS super resolution without ray reconstruction first. Yeah, let's try it out without ray reconstruction, guys, because I want to show you the quality of the reflections. It's not too bad, actually. It might be better in the base game. Yeah, for sure. Like, this is looking pretty good with quality DLSS, even without ray reconstruction. But yeah, I can see that they're very shimmery right there. They have a lot of jagged edges. You know, the aliasing is showing up a lot. And whenever we enable that ray reconstruction feature, it will definitely be better looking. Let's stand right here, you know. I'm standing still, looking at this puddle. It's pretty soft, you know, without the ray reconstruction stuff. And enabling it, that is so much sharper right now. Moving, yeah, doesn't look bad whatsoever. That looks great right now, guys. And of course, it gets rid of a ton of that aliasing that we were seeing before. It looks so much better this time. And all of that while giving us actually better FPS. We were getting 20s before and now we're getting 30s. Are you actually serious? I did not expect such a difference just because of ray reconstruction. Wait a second. We were seeing 36 FPS. I turned off ray reconstruction and we're seeing 34. So, okay, never mind. Yeah, it's dropping over here, 25, 24. If you move around quickly, it will drop like crazy, interestingly. But if you stand in the same area for a while, it smooths out the FPS. Oh my god, okay, never mind. I'm not going to try that out. Obviously, you are always going to be running around and stuff, not really standing still in a single area unless you're just seeing the graphics and stuff or taking screenshots. So this is the experience that you'll have. It's terrible. It's still cinematic frame rates, basically. Let's try it with like performance DLSS, and now that performance DLSS is applied, ray reconstruction is enabled, it doesn't look terrible. Remember, the game is actually running at 540p internally, 50% of 1080p, and a lot of people say 50% of 1080p, 720p. Well, you're wrong. It goes by the vertical resolution, all right, not the actual pixel count. Ooh, major slowdown sometimes. Yeah, this is just not gonna happen. It's never gonna be smooth on a 3070 with Ray Tracing Overdrive. Still cool to take a look at, like, the ray reconstruction features and DLSS 3.5 and so on. And finally, with ultra performance DLSS, which makes the game render internally at 360p, guys. That's extremely low. It's 33% of the 1080p resolution. It gets 40s. Okay, so the FPS now are actually playable, but the visuals are so terrible that it's not worth utilizing. Still, it's doing a fantastic job of upscaling a 360p image. It does not look like 360p in the slightest, right? But it looks very rough anyways, and unless you have like a 2-inch monitor, this is gonna look like crap. So yeah, that's been it for this one, my friends. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll be back tomorrow with another Cyberpunk video. Let me know what card you'd like to see next, and I'll pick the card with more upvotes in the comments, okay? And yeah, see you soon. Wait a second, we need to kill Bob. Goodbye, Bob. Perfect. Love you all. Bye-bye.